What's going on, you guys? So, we have a new Civilization game coming out. It's not by Sid Meier's. Paradox is joining the fray. So, they're teaming up with C-Prompt for a new strategy game called Millennia. Let's take a look at it. Lead a nation of your own design through thousands of years of history in Millennia. New turn-based strategy game from Paradox Interactive and C-Prompt Games. Progress through 10 ages of humanity from the Stone Age to the near future, unlocking new technologies, new ways of living, and maybe alternate paths that could have been. That's very interesting. Wonder what kind of mechanism they have, or what that all is about. C-Prompt is an American development team helmed by veteran strategy game developer Rob Firmer, Ian Fisher, and Brian Sousa. Motivated by a passion for deep and replayable systems-driven games, they bring their experience working on many celebrated real-time strategy games, Age of Empires 2, okay, Age of Mythology, and StarCraft 2, wow, as well as Orcs Must Die. All, top-end games, to the turn-based 4X space in Millennia, a game that pairs the familiar comforts of the genre with fresh new gameplay to enable players to write their own stories of the past. So, what do we get with Millennia? A history and alternate history. Lead your people through 10 historical ages. Steer your timeline into the uncharted alternate history of a variant age where the danger of opportunity of the crisis age. Each age involves unique rules, units, buildings, goods, and challenges which can alter the path of history. National spirits decide what your nation is famous for by selecting national spirits and using the bonuses they provide to achieve your goals. Combine multiple national spirits as you progress through history to craft a unique civilization in every game. Domains. Invest in 6 different domains that influence the focus of your nation. That's my son. Exploration, government, warfare, diplomacy, engineering, and the arts. The better you provide for each, the more your nation can make use of unique domain powers. Everything from claiming territory to adopting new governments to spreading religion to reinforcing your army flows from the mastery of the domains. A deep economy. Ooh, okay. That's one thing Civilization and the other games like it, I don't believe, have. I know Civilization doesn't have a deep economy. Design your economy to support your strategy, gather raw materials, and build improvements to refine basic goods like logs or iron into lumber, paper, books, ignots, tools, or weapons, specialized products that allow you to improve and adjust your economic engine to suit whatever history sends your way. And army-based combat. Customize your approach to war by combining individual units into powerful armies. Okay. I think there's another game that does that. I wonder if Civilization or the other one does it. Each unit influences the capabilities of its army, allowing you to play a vast number of varied strategies. Once in conflict, watch the action unfold through a combat viewer where battles play out and provide details on how different armies perform. And then, of course, there's more natural landmarks, build pyramids, compete in a space race, finance expeditions, survive plagues, use diplomacy to your advantage, defeat barbarians, unleash invasions, deal with alien visitors, something Civilization does not have. That's going to be very interesting. Govern underwater cities, again, something Civilization does not have, manage air combat, and master a host of other historical themed content. Okay, let's take a look at the trailer.
As the world is shrouded in uncertainty, the next chapter is yet to unfold. Are we to witness the age of kings? Will we be haunted by plague? Or shall we soar towards utopia? The narrative is yours to claim.
Okay, so just kind of taking it all in, a few things that I could tell is separated automatically. Combining military units, I want to know more about that, because I don't think you can do that in Civilization. From all my playthroughs, I don't think I've been able to do that. Rogue AI sounds really good. I like the alien invasion. So that's another really cool thing that Civilization doesn't have. You don't have AI turning, doing like a Terminator kind of saga going on. Yeah, this all sounds very interesting. And you can see just like little cuts, not many screenshots. We don't see a lot of the gameplay.
Shall we soar, or shall we?
So just like, I mean, it feels very, I'm not gonna say very Civilization-esque, but it does. I do see its influence. Like it's very familiar to Civilization in terms of the map, from what I'm seeing here. But the map does look like it has a little bit more detail than Civilization. So you got like the catapult here, got a unit here, another unit here, and you got like. So I mean I don't think this is a city. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. And there's a link to. This looks like a city. I wonder if this is like a fort that you can build. So, and then we got this thing here, professional army. So I wonder if Paradox is going to be implementing some of the combat and some of the influences they have from other games, like Hearts of Iron, Victoria. When I saw over here where they said a deep economy, the moment I thought of that, I was like, Victoria. If they can bring over some of that Victoria economic goodness into this game, that's going to put this multiple levels above Civilization. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Civilization, but I feel more can be done. And I feel like Paradox is doing that here. Like, underwater cities, you can't do that in Civilization. This managed air combat, I'm very curious. Based upon what I'm reading here, I don't think it's just going to be two aerial units that are just attacking each other. I think this seems like it's going to be, when you're managing air combat, it seems a little bit more in depth. Like there's going to be a little bit more than just two units hitting each other. Deal with alien visitors. Another thing that Civilization doesn't have. Survive plagues. I think there's like... I think there's like events in Civilization, correct me if I'm wrong, where like you lose one pop because of a plague or something like that. But this seems like a more intricate system. That just seems more in Civilization, more of like just a random event that happens. Finance expeditions. And then compete in a space race. Civilization has that. But finance expeditions. So we're thinking of like a Lewis and Clark thing. I'm wondering if you could develop like a unit. And, I wonder how they're going to implement something like that. That's going to be very interesting. The deep economy, so that's going to be a whole new thing. If they can add a little bit of that Victoria goodness into this, like I said, multiple levels above. Let's see what else. Domain powers, I would love to learn a little bit more about that. I have no idea what they mean by domain powers. And then right here, national spirits. I'm assuming that's there's a mechanism in for Civilization similar to that. So I wonder if it's similar. And then the other thing is, where was it? Where was it? 10 Ages of Humanity. So the one thing that I'm kind of curious on, is it going to be like Civilization once you hit the space age, when you're actually like launch a rocket and stuff like that as the game ends? I think Paradox has a really great opportunity here to say, all right, we're going to continue the game beyond getting to the moon, or beyond getting to another planet, right? We're going to allow the player to play on Earth, as well as if they develop a colony somewhere else, kind of like a two-map system, like where you can, govern your country here, but then also expand on this other world. I think something like that would leapfrog Civilization. Civilization would be like literally yesterday's freaking news if they implement a system like that where, you develop colonies throughout the galaxy and maybe implement something of like a little bit of a Stellaris system where you have Earth and then you could zoom in on Earth and, go through the ages and stuff like that, or, you know, expand and try and take over more continents and stuff like that. But then also, you know, colonize other planets in the galaxy, and then zoom in on those planets and kind of expand on those. Now, I know some of you guys are going to be like, that's going to require a little bit of a beefy rig, but I mean, if you're playing Civilization or any of these games, you definitely need a beefy rig to begin with. But this is, I'm really looking forward to. I was kind of worried when I saw, alright, they're doing a Civilization game and I don't see anything about other planets here. But from what I read so far, this is going to differentiate it quite a bit from Civilization, putting it a couple of levels above. If, from what I'm reading here, this goes into this new Civilization type game. There'll be leaps ahead of Civilization. There was another game that came out. I forgot the name of it. I didn't even buy it. It did a couple of things different than Civilization, but it really didn't differentiate itself. So the other game is called Humankind, and you know, it's very, as you can see, it's very Civilization-like. It differentiates itself from Civilization just a little bit. Like, you can develop your own culture, so instead of like choosing Greek or Roman, it's a composite of multiple cultures, and you become your own kind of thing. Again, it was nothing that really enticed me to buy it because it didn't have anything that really kind of flavored my tongue, you know, really got me excited, you know. It's just like, okay, yeah, you have some differentiations. There's slight. Is it worth me to, you know, rebuy a new Civilization type game? Nah. I mean, I didn't even buy it when it was on sale. I have to maybe give it a look. I know they came out with a new DLC for it, so I'll have to take a look at it. But from what I saw and the couple of times that I looked at it, it didn't really kind of give me any type of appetite to buy it. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I will catch you guys in the next one. See you then. And by the way, put in comments what you guys think. Do you think this new game, this Millennia, is going to kind of differentiate itself greatly from Civilization and Humankind? Me personally, I'm leaning toward that. I feel like, based on what I'm just reading here, we can see Civilization 2.0. You know, a game that builds upon Civilization, adds the things that we want more from Civilization type games. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Catch you next one. See you then.